Episode 57 of Dragon Ball Super has came and went like a whirlwind that has blew our collective minds with what I would like to call the Zamasu Paradox, which is also conveniently his timeline within the series, but that is not to be confused with his timeline within the Future Trunks timeline, which is something we'll get to later on in this video. My name is Stevie, and in the past I have made Dragon Ball Super predictions on this channel, but I felt this topic needed a video and prediction all of its own, so please hit that subscribe button to check out the rest of the content on the channel. See if you like it, see if you don't, hey, there's always something new to try. In this video we're going to quickly go over some of the main points of reference from Zamasu's timeline, which will in turn lead to this awesome bootstrap paradox that is creating within Dragon Ball Super's current story arc. Now, one important thing to remember here before we begin is that although I mentioned Black quite early on, whatever is happening in the future should not be considered part of Zamasu's current timeline until the end of it. God, I love time travel stories. And obviously, before we continue, this is going to contain a lot of spoilers for Dragon Ball Super. Period. We start off around episode 28 with Champa, Universe 6's God of Destruction. Champa is right at the very start of this story, as he is the one which makes it known that the Super Dragon Balls exist. This leads us to Beerus and Champa's tournament between Universe 6 and 7 over which God of Destruction can have control of the Super Dragon Balls. This leads to a fight between Goku and Hit, which unknown to them becomes a televised match. Later on, the Future Trunks story arc begins and Black appears in Future Trunks' timeline. This is obviously the start of the Future Trunks arc. The future is being destroyed by the evil entity known as Black, and no one knows why. The world is at breaking point and Trunks is the one at the forefront of this battle. In a last ditch effort which costs the life of his mother, Bulma, Trunks returns to the past to try and get help from his dad, Vegeta, Goku, and his mum so she can create more fuel for the Time Machine's return trip to the future, hopefully with some backup in the fight against Black. Black is able to sense that Trunks has travelled in time. Using a Kaioshin time ring, Black is able to travel back to where Trunks is with Goku and Vegeta. In that brief time there, he battles with Goku, which leads to Black absorbing powers from Goku, and leaving everyone just as confused as they were before. Just as the fight is coming to an end, Black is warped back to the future against his own power. Whilst that Black and Goku were fighting, Whis and Beerus recognise, or think they recognise, Black's key and feel they know where they can find it, that being in Universe 10. Whis, Beerus and Goku travel to Universe 10 to visit the Kaioshin, Gawasu and his apprentice Zamasu, who they think may be involved with Black. Beerus wants to make sure that all the time rings are there where they should be and that everything is in order. In classic Goku style, he challenges Zamasu to a fight in his usual good-hearted way. Zamasu is at first told by Gawasu to hold back, but Zamasu is then told by Beerus not to hold back, or this shocks him as he is a god. After a hard-fought fight, Goku defeats him and offers to shake his hand in friendship. After his defeat, Zamasu's pre-existing hate of mortals, or humans as they call it, starts to boil over to new levels, and on top of this, he now wants revenge on Goku. This is the start of his slide to evil. A short time later, we don't really know how much longer, Zamasu finds Gawasu watching television, and it turns out that he's watching the Universe 6 vs Universe 7 tournament. Who knew that that was going to be on TV, eh? What are the odds of that? Gawasu asks Zamasu to come and watch a match with him, the match being Goku versus Hit. Watching the fight, Zamasu is shocked to find out that Goku is able to use God Ki. It is also here that he finds out the tournament was being held by God of Destruction Champa over possession of the Super Dragon Balls. Zamasu finds out everything he can about the Super Dragon Balls from Gawasu. He then goes to Zuno in albeit what looks to be a violent way to find out everything he can, Zuno being the person in the universe who knows everything, and forces him to tell him everything he knows about the Super Dragon Balls. So this is where episode 57 ended. and it gets a bit vague, but going by the trailers for next week, it looks like Zamasu manages to get his hands on the Super Dragon Balls and wishes for what he was calling true god power, which involves him being truly immortal, which we've seen is the case in episode 57. It also looks like this is where Black was either created or joined Zamasu. By the looks of things, it looks like it took Zamasu 25 years or so to find all of the Super Dragon Balls, as this is when in Zamasu's timeline Black attacks future Trunks 25 years from when Goku fought Zamasu, and this is where the whole paradox goes full circle, because this is where Black is now attacking. Bootstrap parody has been created. So what next? From everything that I've read and thought about today, it seems like it's going to take Zamasu 25 years or so to find the Super Dragon Balls and make his wish, as this is when Black appeared in the future, or when he appears in the future, should I say. Also, one interesting thing which could come into play are the Super Dragon Balls' existence in the first place. Could the fact that the Super Dragon Balls be so powerful that even collecting them causes a paradox to happen, as is the case here? The fact that the Dragon Balls, Super Dragon Balls should I say, were found in the first place has caused a paradox, as if they were never found, the tournament would never happen and Zamasu would never know about them in the first place. So where exactly does this start? I believe this starts all the way back with Champa finding the Super Dragon Balls, but that's just my opinion and I would love to hear yours. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button as you all rock, and it helps me, and I'll come back with more gaming videos and reward everyone with that. Thank you very much. See you later.